Hi, I'm Dr. Selvam, an obstetrician and gynecologist, but I'm also a qualified anti-aging physician and a specialist in integrative medicine. Now, let me talk about gynecological problems. This is necessary because what I see now is that gynecological problems are occurring at a younger age group. So it's not as I used to see 20-30 years ago. A lot of such problems happen in older women. Even teenagers are affected. So we have looked at premenstrual syndromes, we have looked at fibroids, we have looked at ovarian cysts. Now let's talk about a dreaded disease, breast cancer. Always remember the simple message that can be easily understood and you need to explore further. If there is a disease, there is always a root cause. Sometimes there is more than one root cause. So if you do not fix the root cause, there can be no healing irrespective of the kind of treatment that we give to treat the disease. So there is no healing. Let me make it very clear. Healing is only possible if you look at the disease as a whole. Look at the body holistically, not individual organs. You cannot dissect individual organs and pay attention to individual organs. They do not work like that. The body exists as in unit. Everything is integrated to the next organ. So every organ communicates with the next organ and the rest of the body. So looking at the body holistically is useful, but always pay attention to the root cause of the disease. So let's talk about breast cancer. So why we get cancer? The main reason is our immune system. If you have a weak immune system, not only germs are going to invade you and grow in your body, cancer cells can also start growing. We all have cancer cells in our body at any one time, but it is your immune system that keeps them in check. They do not allow them to grow, multiply and grow and form a tumor. And of course, there are also very specialized tests nowadays that are available that can test your cancer stem cells even before you have a tumor growth. So immune system plays a very, very important role, and I have mentioned in many of my videos about how to keep your immune system robust and healthy and strong. So this is one reason. The second reason is diet. Now it is very important for everybody to understand this. Cancer cells eat glucose as the main source of food. Of course, when cancer has already been established, if you deprive the cancer of glucose, it is so smart. It will turn protein into glucose and feed itself. It can also feed on fat. But the main supply of fuel for the cancer cell is glucose. So anyone who consumes sugar or excessive carbs, especially refined carbs, even if their children, have a higher risk of getting cancer. So breast cancer is no different. So try to eat a low carb diet, and a good way of eating the low carb diet is intermittent fasting. But of course, one who has cancer will try to go on a keto diet for a short period of time, then they go on the low carb diet, then switch to keto diet. So this is individualized treatment. The third reason why cancer grows in a body is because of lack of oxygen. So exercise, deep breathing is important. Cancer cells do not like oxygen. Okay? Now, most importantly, cancer grows only in an acidic body. This is why eating highly acidic food is detrimental to health. So always keep your body alkaline and make the major part of your meal as vegetables. I have mentioned this, my simple rule which is easy to follow is this. Your meal should consist of about 60% vegetables, 20 to 30% of good proteins and good fats, and only 10 to 15% as carbs. And of course, you got to choose the type of carbs you can take, the type of carbs you should avoid. I've already mentioned in my previous videos. So a weak immune system is the reason why you get cancer, and acidic body is the reason why you get cancer. Sugar and glucose as the fuel is the reason for cancer, and low oxygen in the body. Now, specific to breast cancer. Women get breast cancer because they have too much estrogen and too little progesterone. So if you follow the history of these women, most of them would have already suffered years of heavy, painful menses or premenstrual syndromes, or they would have had fibroids or ovarian cysts. All these are also caused by excess estrogen in the body. Then you need to know where is this excess estrogen is coming from. I have already mentioned this before, but it is definitely worth repeating. Chicken and meat nowadays, they have too much estrogen injected into the poultry and animals. Dairy products are rich in estrogen. Plastics can become estrogen in our body. Deep fried food can be another source. Pesticides and chemicals, a lot of environmental toxins. And of course, excessive coffee, excessive alcohol, all these contribute to excess estrogen. Now, this excess estrogen is the reason why now girls as early as 9 years of age are already having their menses. This is not normal. So these are the reasons for cancer in general and specific for breast cancer. So the mainstay of treatment for cancer cancer of the breast should be to increase the progesterone levels in the body and to detoxify and eliminate the estrogen. Of course, many of us are afraid about our genetic risk. Now remember, genes as such do not cause cancer directly. Of course, it is an added risk. But what happens around the genes, the bad genes, is more important than the genes itself. So what I usually say is this: genes are like a loaded gun. Whether you pull the trigger is what you can control. So this trigger is your environment, your cell's environment. So if you keep the environment healthy, then you can control these bad genes from expressing themselves and giving rise to diseases. So genes, you can remember, you can consider, but they do not play the role of other factors that I've mentioned. So I hope this video has helped you to get some information about how to prevent and how to treat cancers. And thank you for watching.